was a quiet day at the mill on the marsh. Auntie Jules and Uncle CJ had gone out together, so we were with Grandpa.
Happy birthday, Terence.
Terence, who lives in the big house down the road, was having a party. He wasn't really our friend, but we were still invited.
I bet Terence won't like my card. He probably won't like the Captain Dumbletwit board game either.
I'm afraid nothing's ever good enough for Troublesome Terence.
Just then, we heard the doorbell.
I know who that is.
The party was happening at Miss Smiley's cafe, so we were getting a lift from...
Whoops!
Mr. Whoops. Mr. Whoops is called Mr. Whoops because he's always having little accidents.
Yes, I'm fine. I dropped my car keys.
Is everything ready at the cafe?
Totally. Jasmine, you know, Miss Smiley's lovely niece, has made some dainty sandwiches, sausages and sticks, and lots of little fruit jellies.
Oh, good old-fashioned party food. That's what I like to hear.
Oh, got them. And we're going to play Pin the Tail on the Donkey, Kim's memory game, and Pass the Parcel.
And good old-fashioned party games. Marvellous.
Yes, Troublesome Terence was going to have a good old-fashioned party.
So who's running the party games?
I am. Must go. Don't want to be late. Bye, Grandpa. Whoops.
I'm ready!
Mr. Whoops is running the games at Troublesome Terence's party, and that spells trouble. I'm coming too.
But you can't. You're not invited.
I don't want to be a guest, I want to help. And it's easier for me to help if I'm wearing this.
Not the shrinking cat, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when Grandpa shrinks. He loves to play with all our toys, like the Captain Dumbletwit spaceship, or the Sunny Sands train, or my cousin Jason's toy car.
But today, he was taking the plane.
Open the door, Josh. Way!
Would you believe it? I nearly drove off without you. Whoops. Come along.
So off we went in Mr. Whoops's car, with Grandpa flying close behind.
And soon, we arrived at Miss Smiley's cafe. Terence was opening his presents.
A Captain Dumbletwit board game. Boring! Grandpa was watching everything from his hiding place.
All you lovely party guests, it's time for our first game.
Yes!
Ta-da! Pin the tail on the donkey.
Boring old pin the tail on the donkey. I'm going first. Blindfold!
Grandpa didn't trust Terence. He wanted to get closer so he could see exactly what he was doing.
Now, stand back, everyone. Don't get in Terence's war.
While everyone was helping Mr. Whoops, Terence did this.
But somebody had seen him cheating.
I knew it.
How did I do?
Brilliantly. You put the tail right on the donkey's bottom. Well done.
Who wants to go next?
Me, please.
Oh, Emily, that's you.
Grandpa wanted to talk to me.
Terence just cheated. It's not on. I'm going to have a word with him.
You're going to need a disguise then.
Good thought. You see that Captain Dumbletwit doll on the tray over there? I'm sure he won't mind if I borrowed his clothes. Can you get it for me?
So, I borrowed the Captain Dumbletwit doll and brought it to Grandpa.
Thanks, Elsie. Let's see if my plan works.
And the winner is... Terence!
Oh, Terence.
Now Grandpa had his disguise, but then Mr. Whoops said,
Now, I'm going to test your memories with Kim's game.
Kim's game! Not boring old Kim's game. I love Kim's game.
First, you have to look at... Oh, that's very odd. The Captain Dumbletwit doll is missing. I'm sure it was on this tray.
Grandpa.
Well, he can't have gone far. Everybody, will you help look for him, please?
This was a disaster. Any moment, someone was going to find Grandpa.
Oh, here he is.
Jasmine picked him up.
What's he doing all the way over here? I expect somebody borrowed him.
And put him back on the tray in a Captain Dumbletwit pose.
Right. First, everyone stares at the objects on the tray. Then I'll cover them up, and you have to write down as many as you can remember.
I'll win. I'm brilliant at Kim's game.
Everyone stared at the objects.
Poor Grandpa had to keep very, very still. He couldn't even blink.
I had to do something, so I did this.
Time's up. That's not fair. We didn't have long enough.
No, I think you have. Now to your chairs and write down all the objects that you can remember.
Mr. Whoops, could you give me some help with the sausage rolls, please?
Of course, lovely Jasmine. Oh, whoops.
Terence was cheating again. And of course, Grandpa saw him.
Then Mr. Whoops had a little accident. We went to help, but Terence just carried on cheating.
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm the only one who remembered them all, so I'm the winner. I said I'm the winner.
Oh, well done again, Terence. Give him a round of applause.
I don't think he deserves it. I had to help Grandpa get off the tray, so I took it into the storeroom.
Our next game is Pass the Parcel.
Yes!
Where is the parcel?
Oh, it's you. That Terence cheated again. I'm going to have a word with him if it's the last thing that I do.
Oh, what are you doing in here, Elsie?
Just helping to clear up.
Would you believe it? I forgot to wrap the parcel for Pass the Parcel. Oh, I'm going to put this inside. Lovely, isn't it? It's made of china, so I have to be careful I don't... Whoops! How could I be so clumsy? Oh, dear. Now I need something else to be the prize, but what? Captain Dumbletwit.
No!
But it's the perfect thing. Everyone loves Captain Dumbletwit.
This was the worst thing ever. Grandpa was about to be all wrapped up.
Go and join in, Elsie. You don't want to miss the fun. Now, where did I put the sticky tape?
And while Mr. Whoops looked for the sticky tape, we all waited and waited to start the game. At last...
Sorry about the delay. Let's play Pass the Parcel.
The music began, and we started playing the game. Then the music stopped. Then it started again. Somebody was going to win Grandpa and take him home.
Hey, that was Elsie's. She was holding on to it. That's cheating.
Terence took off the paper, and inside there was...
Nothing. There's nothing here. Somehow, Grandpa had escaped.
No Captain Dumbletwit figure? Oh, dear. He must have fallen out in the storeroom.
Mr. Whoops, you're the worst party organiser in the world.
And Terence marched off to the storeroom to find his prize.
Well, well, if it isn't Terence. I thought you'd come looking for me.
Captain Dumbletwit, you can talk.
Yes, and I know what you've been up to. Lots and lots of cheating. And cheats always spoil the fun for everyone else. But I'm on a mission to make you change your ways. Now, here's what I want you to do.
While Grandpa was talking to Terence, we started on the party food.
Then he came out, holding Grandpa.
You should have won Pass the Parcel, so this belongs to you. Sorry. It's a great toy, but I've kind of gone off Captain Dumbletwit. Okay, everyone. I'm sorry. I've been cheating and being horrible.
While Terence was saying sorry to the rest of us, Elsie put Grandpa down.
Mission accomplished. Well, I'll get changed, then I'll be off. Enjoy the rest of the party.
Grandpa flew back to the mill on the marsh as fast as he could. Then he took off his cap and came back to his normal size.
When the party was over, Mr. Whoops brought us home.
Captain Dumbletwit saved the day again.
With a little bit of help from two very clever children. Teamwork, I call it.
Teamwork!
I just wanted to check you were up and about.
Did Troublesome Terence enjoy his old-fashioned party?
He did. And he wasn't even troublesome. Well, he was at first, and then he completely changed, as if by magic.
Today, I was feeling really excited because our big cousin Jemima had come home from Fashion College. She'd made us all Captain Dumbletwit costumes.
Oh no! It's diabolical Dave!
I'm coming to get you, Captain Dumbletwit!
Oh, no, you're not! You'll never catch me!
And Elsie was Panica, Captain Dumbletwit's pot plant alarm.
It's Panica! Let me see.
We were going to Miss Smiley's cafe for Captain Dumbletwit's dress-up party.
Where's Doojit, my trusty alien pet?
I'm here, Captain Dumbletwit.
Captain Dumbletwit is everyone's favourite cartoon.
I'll get it. Doozy to the rescue.
I've captured Captain Dumbletwit's spaceship.
Oh, no!
Then another Captain Dumbletwit cartoon character turned up. An alien poodle.
Really? It was Mr. Mentor, the inventor.
Oh, you all look fabadiculous.
Mr. Mentor doesn't just invent things, he invents words too.
I'm afraid I've come with some bad news.
Bad news? Don't tell me the party's been cancelled.
No, nothing like that. Someone is back in Sunny Sands. Someone who might try to steal my inventions.
Who?
Mr. Greater, the creator.
Mr. Greater, the creator?
Shouldn't you be back at the lighthouse guarding them?
Oh, no need. I've invented a Brilioso burglar blaster. It's an alarm. I got the idea from Captain Dumbletwit's Panica.
Does it mean it goes like this? Wow!
Exactly like that, only louder. Loud enough to be heard all over Sunny Sands. So when I'm out, I'll know that Mr. Greater is up to mischief.
I'd really like to see this Brilioso burglar blaster.
Me too.
And me? Can we go to the lighthouse on our way to the cafe, Jemima? Please?
But what about Grandpa? He can't get up all those stairs.
Oh, don't you worry about me. I'll have a little lie down, then I get a taxi to the cafe.
Okay. Dad, we're ready to go now.
I knew what Grandpa was thinking.
I want to make sure that the Brilioso burglar blaster is working properly.
Knowing Mr. Mentor probably isn't.
Mr. Greater, the creator, is always trouble and he's got to be stopped. But it's all right, because I've got this.
Not the shrieking cat, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when Grandpa shrinks. Come back! He runs about so fast I can't catch him.
He zooms about in Jason's toy car. And chuffs in the Sunny Sands train. He uses his magic to make things fly.
He even makes my Mrs. Ostrich fly, which is amazing, because ostriches don't fly, actually.
And my helicopter. And Gordon the seagull.
But because he was being Captain Dumbletwit today, he took the spaceship.
Captain Dumbletwit, off to save the universe!
Grandpa zoomed out of the window and flew up to the lighthouse at top speed. Mr. Grater was already there, but nobody knew because the Brilioso burglar blaster wasn't working.
Then something really bad happened. The spaceship flew in and Mr. Grater, the creator, saw it.
Goodness gracious! And golly gosh! A Captain Dumbletwit spaceship that actually flies? Mr. Mentor is cleverer than I thought.
The spaceship landed and Grandpa ducked out of sight.
Mr. Grater wanted to know how it worked. He was about to look inside and see Grandpa, but then he heard us coming up the stairs.
Oh, double dollop of dread!
He put the spaceship down, climbed up the ladder and hid upstairs.
Why? Oh, and no flashing lights, which means that Mr. Grater the Creator hasn't been here and everything is safe.
Is this a Brilioso burglar blaster?
It is, and it is truly Brilioso.
There was Grandpa, but we couldn't talk to him.
Josh, Elsie, come and look.
We had to go and look at the burglar blaster.
Are you sure it works? I mean, have you tested it yet?
No? Why? Do you think I should?
Well, it's just your inventions, they sometimes take a while to get going.
That's absolutely true. They are very lazy. I'll test the wah-wah-wah. That's the important bit.
While Mr. Mentor was testing the wah-wah-wah, Grandpa started to make funny signs at us.
But we couldn't understand what he meant. Then Mr. Mentor said,
No, the wah-wah-wah is not working. Oh, how disappointable.
Maybe it just needs a new battery.
No, it doesn't need a new battery.
A new battery, of course. I'll pop down to the shops and buy one. If I can find some money.
I think we should go to the cafe now. I've gone to all this bother with your costumes. No way we're missing the party. Oh,
Then Jemima saw the spaceship.
I didn't know you brought this with you, Josh.
A Captain Dumbletwit spaceship. Spectacular.
Come on, everyone.
Yes, let's go.
We can't miss it.
But Grandpa needed the spaceship so he could get away from the lighthouse. So I put it back on the table.
As soon as we'd gone, Mr. Grater, the Creator, climbed down the ladder.
Grandpa had to fix the Brilioso burglar blaster before he ran off with all Mr. Mentor's inventions. So he sneaked inside.
At Miss Smiley's cafe, we were admiring everyone's costumes.
And at the lighthouse, Mr. Grater was stealing all the inventions. Grandpa fixed the Brilioso burglar blaster and ran back into the spaceship.
All he had to do was wait for Mr. Grater to open the door and the alarm would go off.
Back at Miss Smiley's cafe,
Josh, what have you done with Jason's spaceship? You haven't left it at the lighthouse, have you?
I thought it might be needed.
By Captain Dumbletwit? I don't think so.
Mr. Grater, the Creator, had got all of Mr. Mentor's inventions and was ready to leave.
He opened the door and this happened. Mr. Grater went into a panic. He didn't know what to do.
That's the Brilioso burglar blaster. I told you it needed a new battery. Mr. Mentor must be testing it out.
What if it's not a test? What if it's an actual burglar? It could be Mr. Grater, the Creator.
I'll go and see. Maybe Mr. Mentor might need some help.
Double dollop of bread! Stop it!
Mr. Grater was trying to stop the Brilioso burglar blaster, but he wasn't having any luck.
So he decided to make a run for it instead, but Grandpa stopped him.
Out of my way! No! No! Get off!
Just then, in came Mr. Mentor with the new batteries.
Mr. Grater the Creator.
Oh, Mr. Mentor, the inventor!
Jason rushed in. He stopped the Brilioso burglar blaster.
What are you doing here, Mr. Grater?
Oh, I was just passing by and I thought I'd pop in and say hello. Hello! Anyway, I'd better be off. Wonderful inventions. Wonderful! That spaceship! I don't know how you do it, Mr. Mentor.
No, Neither do I.
Well, have a nice day. Bye!
Very strange man he is. Oh, now, I must take a closer look at this spectacular spaceship.
Suddenly, it took off. Grandpa had to get away fast.
Follow it, Jason! Follow it!
He flew the spaceship all the way to Miss Smiley's cafe and landed on the pier. He didn't want to miss out on the party.
Everyone was dancing to the Captain Dumbletwit music, so nobody saw Grandpa running across the cafe and into the storeroom.
Nobody, that is, except us. We went to talk to him.
Cap off, Grandpa, quick! He came back to his normal size.
What happened? Did you catch the burglar?
Sort of. I stopped Mr. Grater from stealing all Mr. Mentor's inventions, and I fixed the Brilioso burglar blaster, so I don't think he'll be back.
Great job, Grandpa!
Well, you helped. I would have had no chance without the spaceship. Teamwork, I call it.
Teamwork!
Mr. Mentor was telling everyone the story.
The spaceship flew out of the lighthouse window. It flew all the way to the cafe by itself. We found it outside on the pier. I must have invented the flying bit without realizing.
Everyone was very impressed.
And my Brilioso burglar blaster fixed itself. Quite remarkable.
Yes, remarkable.
Captain Dumbletwit, you've arrived. What took you so long?
Sorry, I was saving the universe.
Very funny. So you managed to get a taxi then?
Something like that.
Well, you've missed all the excitement. Come and sit down and I'll tell you all about it.